two sentences. I used to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm used to waking up at 5 a.m. They look almost the same, but one means it was your old habit in the past, and the other means it feels normal to you now. And then, English adds one more. I'm getting used to waking up at 5 a.m.
Now we're talking about the process of adapting. So today, we're going to make these 3 grammar patterns finally feel simple. Used to, be used to, get used to. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly when to use each one in real English conversations.
And if you enjoy learning English through real conversations and simple grammar explanations, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another English learner. It really helps support the channel and lets us keep making more lessons like this.
And before we start, here's today's quiz challenge. You moved to a noisy city last month. At first, the traffic bothered you, but now it feels normal to you. Which sentence is correct? A, I used to the traffic now. B, I'm used to the traffic now. C, I get used to the traffic now. We'll reveal the answer later, so listen carefully.
Now let's hear about Emma and Daniel's incorrect usage of grammar in the new apartment problems conversation.
How are you liking the new apartment?
Honestly, I still don't know. I used to living here now, I think.
You used to living here?
Yeah. I mean, the noise doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Oh, you mean you're used to it now?
Maybe. Or maybe I get used to it now. I'm not sure.
Well, last week you looked miserable every morning.
That's because I'm used to wake up late. And now the traffic outside starts at 6 a.m.
Same. The buses, the motorcycles, the people yelling outside. It's a lot.
Exactly. Back in my old neighborhood, it was so quiet. I get used to sleeping with the window open there.
You got used to sleeping with the window open?
No, wait. I used to sleep with the window open. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that sounds better.
And I used to the silence, too. This city is so loud.
I know. But I think I'm starting to get used to the traffic.
Really? I'm still not. Every morning I hear a truck outside and immediately regret moving here.
What about waking up early for work? Are you getting used to that?
Not even close. I'm getting used to waking up at 6, but I still hate it.
You're getting used to it?
Maybe. Slowly. Very, very slowly.
What about cooking? You said you wanted to cook more after moving here.
That's another disaster. I used to cook every night now.
Every night now? So, do you cook every night or not?
No. I mean, in college, I cooked every night.
So you used to cook every night?
Yes, exactly. But now I just order food.
Same. I'm not used to cooking after work anymore. I'm too tired.
I think I'm getting used to takeout, which is probably not a good sign.
And what about the commute?
Terrible. I used to take the train every day when I lived farther away, but now I take the bus.
So that one was actually correct.
Great! 1 correct sentence in 10 minutes. Progress.
You'll get used to city life eventually.
I hope so. Right now, I'm just used to being confused.
All right, let's start with the first structure. Used to. This one is all about the past. We use used to when we talk about a past habit, a repeated action in the past, a past state or situation, something that was true before but is not true now. The structure is subject plus used to plus base verb. For example, I used to wake up late. She used to live near the beach. We used to play outside every evening. He used to drink a lot of coffee.
The key idea is simple. It was true before, it is not true now. So if I say, I used to work night shifts, that means night shifts were part of my life in the past, but that is no longer my situation now. Maybe now I work mornings. Maybe I changed jobs. Maybe I'm unemployed and living on toast and optimism.
Hopefully not the last one. Let's look at a real-life example. Imagine Daniel says, I used to live in a quiet town. That tells us something about his old life. Before moving to the city, he lived somewhere calm. Maybe there were no buses outside, no horns, no neighbors playing loud music at midnight. That was his old normal, but not anymore.
Exactly. Or maybe someone says, I used to drink tea every morning. That means it was their regular habit before. But maybe now they drink coffee. Or maybe now they drink nothing and just stare at the wall until their brain wakes up,
Very realistic. Here are a few more examples. I used to stay up very late in college. My parents used to take us to the beach every summer. She used to work in a bookstore. We used to live in a much smaller apartment. Notice something important. After used to, we use the base verb, not ing. So the correct one is, I used to wake up early. And incorrect sentence is, I used to waking up to early.
That's one of the most common mistakes, because used to looks similar to be used to and get used to, but the grammar after it is different. With used to, think past habit plus base verb.
Let's do a mini story. Imagine Emma in college. She lived with 2 roommates, had late classes, and never slept before midnight. So she says, I used to stay up until 2 a.m. Now she has an office job and wakes up at 6. So that old habit is gone. Or maybe Jason says, I used to live near my office. Back then, he walked to work every day. Now he lives farther away and takes the train. That's the feeling of used to. Something that belonged to your old life.
So if you're talking about childhood, college life, old jobs, old routines, things you did regularly before, then used to is often the right structure.
Now let's move to the second structure. Be used to. This one is very different. Be used to does not mean a past habit. It means something feels normal, familiar, or comfortable to you now. The structure is subject plus be plus used to plus noun or verb-ing. For example, I'm used to the traffic now. She's used to waking up early. We're used to spicy food. He's used to working long hours.
So the big idea here is, this is your current state. It feels normal now. Maybe it was difficult at first. Maybe you hated it in the beginning. But now you're familiar with it. Now it doesn't feel strange.
Let's take the quiz example. I'm used to the traffic now. That means the traffic feels normal now. Maybe last month it was loud and stressful. Maybe it made you crazy. But after a few weeks in the city, you adjusted. Now it's just part of life.
And this is where learners often make a grammar mistake. After be used to, we do not use the base verb. We use a noun or a verb plus ing. So, I'm used to the noise. I'm used to waking up early. But not, I'm used to wake up early.
Exactly. Let's try a few examples. I'm used to speaking English at work. She's used to cooking for herself. We're used to cold weather. He's used to long commutes. All of these talk about what feels normal now. Let's do a mini story. Imagine Emma moved from a small town to a big city 6 months ago. At first, everything felt stressful. The traffic, the noise, the crowded subway, the tiny apartment. But now she says, I'm used to the traffic. I'm used to living in a small apartment. I'm used to hearing noise at night. That means those things are part of her normal life now.
Or imagine Daniel started a new job where he has to wake up at 5:30 every morning. The first week was awful.
The second week was still awful. But after 3 months, he says, I'm used to waking up early now. He's not saying it was his old habit in the past. He's saying it feels normal to him now. That's the difference.
Now we come to the third structure, get used to. This one is about change. It means you're in the process of adapting. Something felt strange before, but now it's gradually becoming normal. The structure is subject plus get, got, am getting, will get, plus used to, plus noun or verb ing.
Examples. I'm getting used to my new schedule. She got used to living alone. We'll get used to the weather. He's getting used to waking up early now.
So the key idea is, it doesn't feel fully normal yet, but it's becoming normal. That's why get used to is so useful when talking about moving to a new city, starting a new job, adjusting to a new school,
Living with a roommate, learning to wake up early, getting comfortable with a new routine.
Let's go back to Emma and Daniel's apartment story. If Daniel says, I'm getting used to the traffic, that means the traffic still feels a little annoying, but it's getting easier. He's adapting. He's in the middle of the process.
If he says, I'm used to the traffic, that means the process is mostly finished. It already feels normal. That difference is really important. I'm getting used to it means still adapting. I'm used to it means it already feels normal.
And just like be used to, after get used to, we use a noun or verb plus ing. So, I'm getting used to the cold weather. I'm getting used to working late. But not, I'm getting used to work late. Let's do a mini story. Imagine Amy starts a job at a hospital. Her schedule changes completely. Now she has to wake up at 5 a.m., leave home before sunrise, and work long shifts. During the first week, she says, I'm getting used to waking up early. A month later, maybe she says, I'm used to waking up early now. See the difference? First, she's adapting. Later, it becomes normal.
Exactly. Another example. I got used to driving in the city. That means it was difficult before, but over time, it became normal. So when you hear get used to, think the process of becoming comfortable. All right, now let's put the three structures side by side, because this is where everything becomes much easier. Used to equals past habit or past state. Something was true before, but not now. Be used to equals something feels normal now. Current familiarity. Get used to equals the process of adapting. Something is becoming normal. Let's compare them clearly. Example 1. I used to live in a quiet village. That was my old life. I'm used to living in a noisy city now. City life feels normal now. I'm getting used to living in a noisy city. I'm still adapting. Example 2. I used to drink tea every morning. Old habit. I'm used to drinking coffee now. Coffee feels normal now. I'm getting used to drinking black coffee. Still adapting to the taste. Example 3. She used to work from home. That was her past routine. She's used to working in an office now. Office life feels normal now. She's getting used to working in an office. The change is still happening. Now let's fix some common mistakes. Wrong one. I am used to wake up early. Instead, we say, I am used to waking up early. Instead of, I used to waking up early, we say, I used to wake up early. Incorrect sentence is, I get used to work late. The right one is, I get used to working late. So here's the memory trick. Used to equals before. Be used to equals normal now. Get used to equals changing into normal. If you remember those three ideas, you'll be able to choose the right one much faster.
Now, let's hear the Emma and Daniel's conversation.
After correcting their grammar right now.
So, how are you feeling about the new apartment now?
Better, actually. I used to live in a really quiet neighborhood, so the noise here was a shock at first.
Yeah, I remember. The first week, you looked exhausted every morning.
I was. But I'm getting used to the traffic outside.
It still wakes me up sometimes, but it doesn't bother me as much now.
That's good. I think I'm used to it already. I barely notice it anymore.
Lucky you. I'm also getting used to waking up earlier for work.
Same. I used to wake up at 8:30 when I worked from home, so this new schedule has been rough.
Exactly. I used to work from home too, so commuting every morning still feels strange.
But you'll get used to it. Give it another few weeks.
I hope so. At least I'm used to taking the bus now. The first few days were chaos.
What about cooking? You said you wanted to stop ordering takeout all the time.
I'm working on it. I used to cook every night in college, but now I'm trying to get used to cooking after work again.
That's actually impressive. I'm still not used to coming home and making dinner when I'm tired.
Honestly, some nights I still give up and order noodles.
That's fair. City life is exhausting.
True.
But little by little, I'm getting used to it.
All right, let's go back to today's quiz. You moved to a noisy city last month. At first, the traffic bothered you, but now it feels normal. Which sentence is correct?
A. I used to the traffic now. B. I'm used to the traffic now. C. I get used to the traffic now.
And the correct answer is B. I'm used to the traffic now.
Exactly. Because the traffic feels normal now, this is a current state of familiarity. So we use be used to.
Before we finish, here's your comment challenge. Write one sentence using used to. One sentence using be used to. One sentence using get used to. For example, I used to stay up late. I'm used to waking up early now. I'm getting used to my new job.
Thanks so much for learning with us. If this lesson helped you, please like the video, subscribe, and share it with another English learner. It really helps support the channel. We'll see you in the next lesson. Bye, everyone.